Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily FX market review for the trading day ending Tuesday, July 28th. Firstly to the Euro US dollar, and here we see formation of a black body candle, a much smaller range than the previous day's trading. The previous day we saw the buyers come into the market very strongly, breaching up through the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud, with the buyers closing with control. Today, a switch in the colour of the body from white to black, suggesting that we've seen some net momentum to the downside between the open and the close, so a shift in that momentum, and a loss of control by the buyers. The market is closed at the midpoint level, suggesting that neither the buyers nor the sellers have taken control. And with this trend in the first time frame being up, it suggests a weakness in that trend and to the upside, and suggests that there is a possibility of a change of trend to the downside. Now, this is also a potential bearish harami pattern. Here we have the uptrend in place, the previous white body candle, the body of the current candle within the previous body, and we're looking for confirmation of that, and that would be confirmed by the market making a lower high and lower low, and therefore taking out the low of the current candle, which trades at 110.20. Now, interestingly, the Kijun-sen has acted as resistance for the second consecutive trading day. For the prior day, we tested up through there, the buyers lost commitment, and today we've seen a loss of commitment up through there as well, with the market failing to close above there. We've seen in the recent past as well where price action was rejected from the Kijun-sen. So moving forward, that's going to be an important area to watch, and as this new candle is developing, we are actually seeing the market trade above the Kijun-sen, and the Kijun-sen starting to act as support. So we could see some buying coming in off the Kijun-sen, changing its role from resistance to potential support. If we see some strong selling down through the Kijun-sen, which trades at 110.43 at the moment, we certainly could see the beginning of that new first time frame downtrend. Now, if that trend does change, there is very strong potential for the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud at 109.93 to act as strong support. And if the bottom of the cloud is breached, looking to the Tenkan-sen trading at 109.68 to act as strong support as well. Moving to the hourly charts with the Euro US dollar, and here for today's session we saw the market open up above the middle pivot point level, trade down through that area and through the Ichimoku indicators, the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, to find support just within the top of the Ichimoku cloud. The market then throughout the latter part of the day attempted to break out through the cloud, but found very strong resistance there, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. We've opened just around the middle pivot point level and the Kijun-sen indicator, and the top of the cloud is holding as resistance. Now, if we see the market breach up through that resistance at the top of the cloud in a bullish manner, we could easily see the Euro US dollar trading higher, testing to the first pivot point resistance level at 110.98, and then potentially to the second at 111.38. Very strong support down below where the market's trading at the moment. We have a confluence of the Kijun-sen, the Tenkan-sen and the middle pivot point level, all roughly about this 110.60 area. And then if we do see selling coming into the market, very strong support at the bottom of the cloud at 110.26 and the first pivot point support level at 110.19. Next to the US dollar, Japanese yen, and here we've seen formation of a white body candle for today's trading, and that follows the previous black body candle that broke out down below that highlighted zone of previous support and resistance. That candle found strong support at the top of the Ichimoku cloud, and that's exactly what we've seen today on the formation of an indecisive spinning top type candle. There has been a shift in net momentum away from the sellers with this black body from the previous day to a white body today, suggesting that the buyers have found some upside momentum, and they've closed with a small amount of control. But the Tenkan-sen here, this green line, has changed its mode from acting as an area of support to acting as an area of resistance for the past two candles now. So that's going to be an important barrier, trading at 123.73. But we now also have the top of the Ichimoku cloud currently for today's session trading at 123.34, acting as strong support. So a market that we really need to be patient with at the moment, waiting for a breakout, firstly either above or below these Ichimoku indicators, and then potentially up above the 124.70 level if the buyers are strong enough to trade up to that area. But as we know, each time in the recent past that the market's traded within this region, we've seen fairly strong price rejection from there. Next to the hourly charts with the US dollar, Japanese yen, and for today's session we saw the market open down below the Ichimoku cloud and the Kijun-sen rallying throughout a greater part of the trading session to finally breach the top of the Ichimoku cloud in a bullish manner. We didn't see any strong follow through to confirm that. We saw the introduction of some black body candles and some indecisive type candles, and then something of a sell-off with the market finding support within the top of the Ichimoku cloud, and the top of the cloud has acted as support for the remainder of the session. For the new session, we saw the market open above the cloud, finding support there, and in this current candle we are seeing some strong selling coming in, breaching down through into the cloud, trading down through the middle pivot point level. At the moment the market is interacting with the Kijun-sen indicator, trading at 123.42. If that area is breached down below there in a bearish manner, especially with this candle, it would signify a very strong momentum to the downside, and suggesting that the sellers may continue price action down below where we're trading at the moment. Potential for support at the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud, 123.54. If that area is breached, we could see the US dollar, Japanese yen trading down to the first pivot point support level at 123.13. Any breakout to the upside above the top of the cloud and with some strong follow through could see the first pivot point resistance level at 123.89 tested. Next to the Aussie dollar, US dollar, and for today's trading we've seen strong buying coming into this market, and that follows a very strong downtrend with the market trading down below the Tenkan-sen indicator, Tenkan-sen pointing down quite sharply at times, reflecting solid downside momentum, and we have a bearish market in all three time frames here. This strong bullish candle suggests that we certainly could see the market attempt to trade to higher levels, but we have an area of very strong resistance here down below the 73.90 level, where we saw these shadows form, and that was previous strong support, and it may now begin to hold as strong resistance. Also, the Tenkan-sen trading at 73.52 may hold as a resistance, and we could see selling coming into this market. If the sellers are strong enough to breach down through the low of this current candle, trading at 72.54, we could easily see the Aussie dollar trading down to 72.16, but a strong bullish breach up above the Tenkan-sen and through 73.90 could see the market testing up to these minor swing highs up around the 75-cent level. Next to the hourly chart, and for today's session the market to open down below each of the Ichimoku indicators, rallying throughout most of the day to find some resistance within the Ichimoku cloud, and then finally breaking out in a very meek manner, finding some resistance very close to the first pivot point resistance level, and then eventually finding support at the top of the cloud. The change in characteristics of the cloud from holding as resistance to now holding as support suggests that we've seen a change in the dynamics in this market, and the buyers certainly may be the stronger party here, with the market opening for the new session above each of the Ichimoku indicators. Very mild trading here with very small body candles at the moment. Watching the Tenkan-sen trading at 73.31 to hold as support. And if we do see strong buying coming in here, a test to the first resistance level in terms of pivot point 73.67 may be on the cards. Any selling down through the Tenkan-sen could see the middle pivot point level 73.11, and just below there the top of the cloud 73.06 hold as strong support. Next to the British pound, US dollar, and here we've seen formation of a white body candle following a new uptrend being initiated off a very small doji type candle. The market finding support within the Ichimoku cloud. That candle rallied to find resistance at the top of the cloud, and the same for today. The market testing up above there, and the buyers losing commitment above that area. But the buyers have closed with control, a continuation of net momentum with the white body, suggesting a possibility of the market trading to higher levels. But if we look here above the cloud, we see all of these candles with the large shadows on the top, highlighting the lack of strong commitment by the buyers every time that they've tested up just above that 156.50 level. So even if we do see the market breach up above the cloud, we could see some selling come in. At the moment the market is testing around the cloud, but I suggest if we do see selling coming into the market, watch the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen trading around 155.65. Watch them very closely to act as support, and if they're breached in a strong bearish manner, some strong bearish follow through could see the market testing down to lower levels. Next to the hourly charts, and here we saw some buying coming into the market today, a breach outside of the top of the Ichimoku cloud, and some strong follow through with a bullish candle for the market to find strong resistance around that first pivot point resistance level. Following that, the market retraced back to the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen and bounced off there in a bullish manner to end the session up above each of the Ichimoku indicators, and the new session has also begun up above each of the indicators and above the middle pivot point level. If the buyers come into this market strongly, we could quickly see a test up to the 156.49 resistance level, then up to the next level at 156.88. Any selling coming through those levels, firstly the middle pivot point level 155.87, the Kijun-sen at 155.77, any selling down through there in a bearish manner should see strong support coming in around the top of the cloud, 155.57, and at the first support level at 155.48.